Okay. Good evening, everyone. I hope all of you can hear me and see me. Can you write in your chat box if you can hear me? Hear me, and if you can see me, just give me a thumbs up. All right. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening to all the viewers of BabyChakra. My name is Stuti, and I welcome you all on behalf of Mindseed to talk about why learning during COVID 19. So instead of just me talking to you guys, let's see if we can make this little interactive. We'll start with a quick game. I will give you 5 words, and you have to pick any 3 words or 3 skills that you want your child to have. So going to give you 5 skills or 5 words, and you have to pick any 3 out of them. um, you can type in your answers in your type box, and I will be able to see them. Ability to solve problem, which is problem solving. So the first word is problem solving. Second word is adaptability, which means able to adapt to different situations. Third word is perseverance. कोई बात नहीं, देखेंगे, like चलता है, it's okay. Not worried, not bothered. So you have to pick up any 3 words and for your child and type it in. Okay. All right. So lot of our viewers are of the opinion that they want their children to get ability to adapt to the different situations and also perseverance. So as parents, as teachers, as educators, we always want that how do I teach my little one these 3 very important life skills? And when do I teach? How do I teach? The answer is right now. Right now is the best time to inculcate these in your little ones. How? The situation that we are in actually helps to understand our little ones that there is a situation of an uncertainty, and there is a situation of something which is not right that we are living in. And actually our actions, we as parents, we as adults, our actions are actually going to tell them that how do we deal with a situation which is just not in your control. So when we encourage our children for an online learning during these times, we actually tell them indirectly that education is most important for them. You cannot negotiate on education with anything. And what if there is a problem of going to a physical school? What if there is an uncertainty in the world that you are living in? What if there is such a big problem called COVID 19, which is just hanging around? There's always a solution to every problem. So if you cannot go to schools, the schools comes to you in the form of online learning. We also tell them uh, the skill of adaptability. If you cannot go to school and if you have an online class to attend, it's a different kind of a situation, it's a different kind of an environment, it's a different kind of a whole setup. But how you have to adapt so that your learning continues. So I think parents and viewers, I think this is a very, very good time to actually do these actions and actually teach our little ones that there is no problem in the world which doesn't have a solution. And if you adapt to according to the time, you can lead a very happy life, a life which is full of learning, fun, and engagement. So I think this is a very good time to teach our little ones that there is no problem in this world without any solution, and education is the most important thing, which is completely non negotiable. And I think this partially um, answers the topic of today, which is why online learning in COVID 19. So, this is, I think, the first part of the answer, that why, because this is a good way to teach our children that learning is the most important thing that's there in their lives. The second part of it, why learning. You all must have known or seen and even different advertisement around you, or your teachers telling you that the age group 0 to 6 is the most important learning age group for children. During this age group, children actually lay the foundation skills for learning, for a lifelong learning. So, children who get a high quality education during these years are up for success for the later life. They are better readers, they are better leaders, they perform better in life. So, basically, 0 to 6 is very, very important age group for actually setting up the foundation for future. Uh, Children at this age, the brain is developing at the fastest speeds. There are millions of neuron correct connections that are happening every second. Children are learning every second. They are curious. They want to know the why behind everything. They have like tons of questions. They want to know everything. They want to explore. They just kind of grasp everything. And imagine, in such an important age, if we take away the component of learning, not for a day or a week, even not for a month, now being 9 months, what harm are we doing to our little ones? So during this age, 0 to 6, when the children are up for setting up the foundational learning skills, we cannot afford to take basically the learning opportunity from them. We cannot take away opportunity where their basics, where their foundations are setting up. So education, continuous education, even in this age, is very, very important. And the situation that we are in, the only option that we all have right now is an online education. Um, the lockdown was imposed around March, and at Mindseed we were actually live. We were actually getting engaged with our children within a week of lockdown. We know that it's very, very important that learning should continue for our little ones. Learning should never stop. So we just kind of pulled our socks up. We geared up, and within a week we were there. We were there on our platform, connecting with parents, connecting with our children, training our teachers, helping our parents to understand that how this whole online platform, how this online learning is going to happen, to make sure that everybody kind of feels comfortable for this. Um, we are doing it since 9 months now, and I completely understand, as an educator, as a parent, that it's not easy. All said and done, it's not easy. online learning is very new and difficult, for a teacher, for a parent, and as for children. But to tell you what we have experienced in Mindseed in all of these months, that our children adapted it just like fish to water, and they was just so quick in learning online. And it was actually great to see even our teachers adapting it to the situation and creating a culture of learning in an online classroom, and even parents, because we believe that it's parents, teachers, and children which actually form the learning environment for the little one. So for us, the parents are collaborators. So how with the parents' help, with the teachers' help, how our little ones are growing, they're learning every day. They're learning like there are a lot of children who are actually learning much more than otherwise. Okay. So there are few concerns I will also like to talk about that I completely understand as a parent you might be having. That, how will my little one sit in the online class? He's just 2 years. He's just 2.5. वो बैठेगा कैसे? I understand. It's not easy. Your child may not sit for initial 2 3 days or maybe for a week in an online class because it's very new for the child. But what we have seen in Mindseat, that children do get settled um, within 2 to 3 weeks of the online class. But the key is that the parent have to make an effort to join the online class daily. We have certain systems and certain things in place, like we start our day with songs, we start our day with rhymes, which actually help children to settle down. Our teachers are trained in a way so that they know that for any new child who's joining in, they give enough time, space, structure, and activity so the child feels to attend the class and slowly and steadily settles down in the class. So at Mindseed, we have actually seen that even our 20-month-old or 24-month-old children actually settling in within few weeks. So I agree, initially it's a challenging task, but don't give up. You will soon see that within no time your child will be settling in. Um, we also have like a lot of parents asking that, do really learning happens in online? टीचर इतनी दूर है, बच्चा इतना दूर है, सच में पढ़ाई होती है? So what we have also observed in past so many months, that our children are actually learning so much during an online class. um, just to give a few examples, so we have the system where children write their names during the attendance time. So I know this bunch of little ones who, when joined in the month of June, were just scribbling. They used to just like scribble on the whole sheet, and now by the end of 9 months, they are able to write their full name without any help. They are picking up identification of alphabets and sounds. They are able to make beautiful, complex patterns. Um, Yes, there's a lot of learning that's happening. Our children who are in maybe KGs and later nurseries are picking up reading, which we thought could be a very difficult skill for an online. But our children are doing it. Our children are learning books like Gruffalo, Snail and the Whale. So, yes, learning actually happens in an online classroom when the online classroom is actually based on a lot of research, is structured well, and is very engaged, like in Mindseed we have. So it's not a lecture, it's a full engagement session that happens. At no time you will feel that it's only the teacher who's speaking and the child is not doing anything. The half an hour or the hour that is being designed is designed in a way that around 60 to 70% of the time children are actually engaged in doing the activity which they are comfortable at, which which means the activity which is just right for them, which is not very difficult and not very easy for them. And step by step, they move ahead. So we have a personalized curriculum at Mindseed, which all actually help us to make the classrooms very, very engaged for each and every child. So yes, learning do happen on an online platform. Another major concern that a lot of parents have is that, how will my child make friends? What about the social component? How will the socio emotional learning or development is going to happen? Very valid question, very important question. It's not about the little ones. I think everyone has this concern that when you are in a front of a screen, how does this human interaction that you learn from happens? Um, Again, I'll give you an example of what we do in Mindseed. That we have a structured, well defined component of socio emotional learning. So we make sure that we give children time to talk among themselves. So when they come in the morning and at the good morning time, children just start talking. So for example, a child start a conversation, maybe he shows a car and talk about this, and then there is another child from the other screen who joins in, and then there's someone else. So it's like a conference call, an online conference call that happens between all the children. So they start talking, they know the names of all the kids who are there in the class. And isn't it amazing? I mean, it's just not that they know the name of their teacher, but they know the names of all their friends. They know what each other like. Teacher makes sure that if there is a conversation that's going on among children, she doesn't stop and she encourages them. We have evening sessions which are actually based on socio emotional learning, where children actually cook with their friends online. They paint with their friends online. They weave with their friends online. They sing songs in French and Spanish and Australian language, singing together. We actually recently had our field day, which is like a sports day online. We celebrate all the festivals online. So we have seen that the socio emotional aspect is also possible in a high quality program like what we provide at Mindseed, and children do kind of learn how to make friends. And isn't it amazing that children are kind of getting ready for the future? So I think the online learning is very, very important. Also, a lot of parents have this concern, especially parents with whose children are in upper KG or UKG. Next year is going to be grade 1. Next year is going to be a big school time. So how my child is going to cope up? Um, or if the child is not attending the online classes all these while, and now he's in UKG, and the next day is going to be the big school time, how this gap or how this thing is going to be kind of bridged, how my child will be able to cope up in grade 1. And so we at Mindseed understand your concerns as parents. And we are recently we are shortly going to introduce a program for all our KG children, which will actually help them to get ready for a big leap, for a big K-12, for a big school. So we will have a program soon for all our KG children. We also understand that there are a lot of parents for whom it becomes very difficult to go online every day because offices have started. A lot of parents are traveling. They have to log in. Um, we just have one device at home, so we completely understand. And then at Mindseed, we believe that each and every child in this world, in every corner, should get the high quality education. And that's why we have another program called a weekend program. So if your child cannot come to us every morning, We will send you the activities and videos in the week. You can do that with your child. And on weekend, we have a class. We have an online class for your children. We have a lot of other options, like we also give you daily activities. If you're in a place where it's very difficult to get an internet connection, maybe, so you kind of log in on our website and kind of add your email ID, and we will give you every day an activity in your mailbox or on your phone, so that you can do with your child and your child's learning continue. So at Mindseed, we strive that we should be able to reach each and every kid who's there out. And because this is the education is the fundamental right of every child. Each and every child should get a high quality education, and that's what Mindseed aims for. And that's why we have different kinds of program, which suited different kinds of parents, so that no parent can say, I don't have this and that's why I can't let my child study. We have an option for you, but make sure your children learning continues. um, Diwali is just around the corner. Is actually the festivities have already begin from today, and I think the best gift that we can give to our children this year and maybe every year and always is the gift of learning, making sure that their learning doesn't stop in whichever situation they are in, whether it's a pandemic, whether it's no pandemic, whether we are in a rural area, whether we are in an urban area. Make sure that my child's learning journey continues. um, Online platform actually has given opportunities to a lot of parents who do not have access to good schools nearby. Now they will have an access to a very good quality program through an online learning. So each and every child can get the opportunity to learn. And on this Diwali, let's hope that we are able to reach to all the children who are there and can get the quality education. We as parents, let's promise this year on Diwali that nothing will stop. Uh, Nothing will stop us for giving learning opportunity to a child. My child will continue to learn whatever happens. His or her learning is not going to stop. And that's what the best Diwali gift we can give to our children. Um, so, if I have to summarize, 0 to 6 years of age group is actually a very crucial age group, because brain is developing fastest, learning is happening, children are curious. We cannot take away that learning moment from our children. This is a good time where we can teach our children the skill of problem solving, not giving up. Also, learning is a fundamental right of every child. We have to make sure that all the children learn. Sorry. Let me take if there are any other question. Okay, so I have two questions. First is, my daughter is 2 years. Which class I can put her? And if I want to do homeschooling, what can I start with? Okay, so you can start, as I mentioned, that we have daily activities. So you can start with the daily activities which you can receive on the phone. Start with that. Your child will start getting the habit and the schedule of learning. And then see if your child is picking up, showing interest. You can slowly kind of get your child in the regular online classroom. Another question is UKG, upper KG. I think I have answered that already. That yes, the academics. Okay, this child was not going to any online school, so how my child is going to cope up? Again, from a mindset point of view, we are soon going to start a program which will help all the KG children to kind of be ready for a big leap, big school. So I think I have these two questions that are coming in. Any other questions that we have, Andrea? Let me know. So viewers, if you have any questions, do send in. We will be more than happy to take them up. And today, let's promise that all the children that I know in my house or this age group should be attending a kind of an online program learning, because learning should never stop. I think with this, I should end. We're not getting any more questions. Okay. But in case you have questions, let us know. I think this thing is always going to be on the app, and the comments are open. So you do let us know if you have any questions, any concern, any suggestions, anything that you have to share with us. With this, I am ending. Wish you all a very happy and prosperous Diwali. Um, I hope the year unfolds into something very beautiful and positive. Thank you so much. Bye.